DCL, what's up, guys? So today it's Matthew, and it's Matthew 9, verses 36 to 38. He says, "When he saw the crowds, he had compassion on them, because they were harassed and helpless, like sheep without a shepherd. Then he said to his disciples, 'The harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Ask the Lord of the harvest. Therefore send out workers into the harvest field.'" What Jesus was saying there was, he was saying there's a huge harvest, but not all harvests are good. You could have a harvest of terrible crops, like they're all dead, but you could have a harvest where they're plentiful and they're ripe and good. Jesus is saying that there's plenty of people out there, a plentiful harvest that he's going to gather up, but it's not going to be a good harvest because there's no workers. And see, the disciples are the workers, and Jesus is the shepherd, pretty much. So he's like, I'm going to send out my workers so that way there can be a good harvest. And that's where us as disciples now need to go do. We are servants of Christ. We are servants. And we need to do as he's commanded us to do. Be a fisher of men, like he said to Peter. I don't know if you've heard that verse, but it's a good one. And earlier in Matthew 9, also, Matthew 8, it is the faith of the centurion. And centurions were Romans, okay, and they were oppressing Israel. They were oppressing Israel, and yet the centurion came up to Jesus. One of his servants was sick. And he came to Jesus, and he had so much faith. He didn't even need Jesus to go to the servant to heal him. He just said, "Lord, I have faith in you that you can heal him." And Jesus was so impressed by this faith that he, like that, he healed the servant because of the man's faith. Not because the centurion had almighty power, but because he just had faith in the one who could heal him. And so, if we experience a miracle of God doing something amazing, we shouldn't take the credit for it. Yes, we had faith, but faith is pointless without the ability to do it, and God has that ability. So therefore, we should give glory to God. But what I was really trying to get there, that was just an extra bonus thing. What I was really trying to get there was the workers are few. We need to spread the word. We need to go make sure that there's a good harvest. And yes, God is the one who saves. Like, they're saved through Christ. But they would never know about him without the work that we need to go out there and tell them. We need to tell them, and then they will be saved through Jesus. That doesn't mean we should take the credit of saving them. I'm just telling you that that's what Jesus said. We shouldn't take glory for it. I mean, what would be the point of us telling them if Jesus hadn't died and rose again on the third day? But it's because we need to go tell them. We need to go work so that there's a good harvest. We need to go work so that there is a good harvest, and that the shepherd, the harvester, whatever you want to call Jesus, will have a good harvest and not a bad one.